All right, all right, all right. I see y'all are all up in here, jolly on the spot, chat. Look at this. Okay, I'm late. I agree. All right. Let me give StreamYard a minute to stop playing with my damn emotions. Okay, man. All right, we up in here. Hopefully, my StreamYard will not be giving me shit this evening. I have a good excuse. Java Watson, you understand? Come on in the room. You feel me? Listen, let me tell you about the last 24 hours of my life. All right. Lord have mercy. When I tell you it is 9:19, I literally walked in my front door at 9:14 from literally traveling for 24 hours. Yes, on a plane. Okay, for the last 24 hours, taking my grandbabies back to their mama and them. You feel me? So my grandbabies, that's why I ain't been on here. You feel me? My grandbaby's been in my possession for the last week and a day, and I forgot. I forgot, child. I forgot. You understand? Child, when I tell you children are for the young and fully committed, child, I forgot. I was like, yeah, let the babies come on out here for a week. I'll show them a good time. So let me just go ahead and do my little announcement. I'm Cassandra Floyd, also known as the Daughter of the Fates, founder of the Temple Level Evolutionary Emergence. I got a lot to talk to y'all about tonight. So let me just go ahead and dig in real deep, real quick, like give y'all an overview of why I've been MIA for the last week. Because I've been drowning in grandbabies for the last week. But let me tell you how it started. Me and my daughter have been planning this for about 2 months. Okay. I'm all hype. I got all these plans about what me and the grandbaby's gonna do while they're here and shit. You feel me? Let me tell you what happened. The day I get ready to go to the airport and pick up my grandkids, my car broke the fuck down. Like all the way down. The same day that my car broke down and that my grandkids came out here, my period started a week and a half early. Now, let me tell you about my menstrual cycle. Me and the moon got an arrangement that we have had since I was 12 years old. She come jolly on the spot every month like clockwork. Like I can set a timer to my menstrual cycle. How about my menstrual cycle say it want to play games and start the exact day that my grandkids get here and my car breaks down? So I spent the last week entertaining a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old with no automobile on my cycle. Child, last week has been absolute hell. Okay? And I love my people them. I love my grandbabies. They so sweet, tender-hearted little babies. But baby, after the first 24 hours, I was wanting to call my daughter, tell her to come get her babies. Okay. So I took them back. Yesterday we left the house at 6 to go to the airport to get on the plane by 9. We flew to fucking Pittsburgh, had a 3-hour layover, flew to Orlando, got there by 8 o'clock in the morning. I had my airline ticket scheduled for noon, so I didn't even have time to leave the airport. Literally, here your babies. Love you. See you in November. Kisses, love. Got right back on the plane. Flew to Denver. Had a layover. Flew to. I've been in air 16 hours. Got to LAX after 16 hours in the air. To wait an hour and a half for a bus that's supposed to come every 20 minutes. An hour and a half waiting outside at LAX for a bus to take me downtown so I could catch the train to my house. So it's 9:22. I literally just walked back in the house at 9:14, humping, so I could get here and do this live. So you're welcome. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to need a vacation from this last week. You feel me? Anyway, I'm glad to be here. Listen, this shit that you're seeing right now is delirium. Okay, this is madness. This is delirium. This is after this live is over, bitch, I'm about to sleep for 48 hours. You feel me? Then I will arise 2 days from now, revibrated, you feel me? Recalibrated, jolly on the spot. So this is delirium that we're running on right now. But let me tell you, in them hours, now I couldn't do shit while I had the kids. So in flight on the way back, I decided I was going to do a little studying in prep. Okay, y'all cutting up now. In preparation for this live right here that I knew I wanted to do it yesterday, but I knew that was idealistic as hell. So I said, okay, I scheduled it for 9 o'clock. Didn't know that was going to be ambitious because my flight from LA to LA got here at 5:30. I'm just now getting home at goddamn 9:14 because the LA public transportation is trash as fuck. You feel me? So anyway, this was not something that we could wait on, this discussion that we're having tonight. So I did a little bit of studying, not as much as I would have liked to have done, but I did a little bit of studying in preparation, and I am anticipating that this discussion that we're having on this evening is going to be one that we go deeper into this weekend when we have our because this Saturday is our regularly scheduled temple service at 9 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. So I will be doing 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, our regularly scheduled temple service, where I'm going to dig a little deeper into this topic, but I didn't want to wait. I didn't want it to wait until that long. Also, for those of you who have been asking and emailing me, greetings, everyone. Come on in the room. Samara, Janet, Jashwan, High Vibe, Java Watson, you feel me? Queenie, Chloe Dior, Paula Hughley, Michael Johnson, Elemental Witching. Yeah, y'all come on in the room. Let me tell you, because I got some shit for y'all. So much has happened in this last week that I had my grandbabies, because epiphany don't stop. Just because you overwhelmed by arguing toddlers, listen, epiphany don't stop. Epiphany ain't taking no breaks. You feel me? So much happened this week. So anyway, I'm gonna talk to you about some of the crazy shit that happened this week. Crazy that happened this week. Outside of the obvious crazy shit that happened this week. Some of the stuff that we're going to talk about today is particularly around this bullshit with y'all next presidential elected presidential candidate. Because that mother, I knew before even this bullshit that happened last weekend, this motherfucker was going to take this election. Just like I knew the first time he ran, he was going to take the election. I could have made millions. I could have made at least a couple 100,000 if I would have actually took some bets. You feel me? When Trump ran the first time, because I was like, y'all do not understand political history. Y'all can't possibly understand political history to think that this white boy wasn't about to take this election, which he did in 2016. And I was telling everybody, Trump gonna win, and y'all ain't ready. Y'all out here living in goddamn mythological la la land. You feel me? This motherfucker about to take this shit. Let me tell you what I've discovered. They needy because I haven't been here for 24 hours. They like, bitch, where you been? So y'all gonna see a lot of kitties over the next hour. I know, boy. So anyway, plus my grandkids terrorized the hell out of them while they were. I almost be posting pictures, kitty dress up pictures, and all kind of carrying on. Like my grandkids gave these babies hell while they was here. I ain't here the baby, I know. So let me tell you, I knew then. I didn't have to be a witch, though I was. I didn't have to be a soothsayer, though I was. I didn't have to be a seer, though I was. That in 2016, these signs were clear that Trump was going to take the election. The only reason, it wasn't even no deep analytical shit. I didn't even have to be a deep analytical historian to know that Trump was about to take the shit. White people had an attitude about the fact that this Negro sat in office for 2 motherfucking terms. They wanted revenge. White people wanted revenge. White people wanted payback for all these people that they had, and don't nobody hold a grudge better than white people. Grudges that aren't even well-earned grudges. Don't nobody hold a grudge better than white folks. And they had an attitude about all you Negroes, all you Negresses, all you white people, you good-hearted white people, all you what you call them, progressive white folks, you feel me? All you so-called anarchists and socialists and everything that got your hearts all in your tenders and went out there and cast your vote with the Negro, genocidal lunatic that he was, because he was. Y'all went out there, hedged your bets with the Negro, and white people were holding a grudge. Now, they assumed that, electing Donald Trump was going to suit their need for revenge. It was going to quell their need for revenge. You feel me? And it didn't. It didn't. So I'm sitting here trying, because let me tell y'all know how I think. Y'all know me by now. For those of you who are new and you don't know me yet, you will. When I talk about they brushed that storm, the Capitol incident, under the rug quick as fuck. Child, the storm of the Capitol shit was some next level shit that we still haven't deeply analyzed for what it was. The greatest work of deflection is what the storming of the Capitol was. You understand? So anyway, what was I saying? So for me, I'm always, especially for the last maybe month, I've been talking to you guys. There was a reading that I did for you guys. And in that reading, something struck me. Even though this card had come up before, many times before, it struck me different on this particular night. It was the totem of the stones. It was the snakes, right? The crawlers card. And in this crawlers card, I was just like, oh my God, how have I never seen this card this way before? When the essence of the card, and every since then, that was maybe 3 weeks ago, every since then, I've been talking to you, especially about what is coming. To be able to be still and quiet enough, or chaotic and radical enough, to not miss the details. The devil always being in the details, right? What did that card tell us? The card told us to never forget the supremacy of the small, the magic hidden in the seemingly mundane. You understand? And I've been talking ever since I did that reading. I've been getting a gang of readings. Y'all know me. I'm really bad about marketing strategy. I'm very difficult. I ain't got into it yet. You feel me? About marketing, my skills as a reader. About marketing, my skills as a diviner, right? I'm like, every now and again, I say, okay, if you need a reading, if you need a whole, a holistic, consultation for health and wellness, whatever, email me, I get at you. But I have not mastered the art of marketing, whatever. After I did that reading about the supremacy of the small, not missing the magic in the seemingly mundane, I've been getting a lot of readings. And a lot of these readings are just absolute confirmation and reiteration about this message, this moment right now, to not miss the majesty in the minuscule, to not miss the magic in the seemingly mundane, to see the supremacy of the small. Because there's a lot of big ass noise in the mix. A lot of big ass distractive bullshitting ass bullshit attempting to win your attention away from the supremacy of the small. Remember I did that whole reading and I was talking to you about the book that was written during the epic of revolutionary struggles of the so-called global South, revolutionary struggles unfolding in Africa, revolutionary struggles unfolding in Asia, revolutionary struggles unfolding in South America. And a book had been written called Winning the War of the Flea. I'm going to have to pull this book out. I'm going to have to dig through my shit and pull this book out, The War of the Flea. And the United States government's retort called Winning the War of the Flea. But the War of the Flea is what I'm talking about, baby. The War of the Flea. One singular flea cannot do damage. It's true. But get 1,000 motherfucking fleas in one accord, in unified will, that come hell or high water, we about to bring this monstrous bitch to its knees. You understand? And the seemingly small, the teeny tiny individual flea who becomes one with the many fleas, unified in will and purpose, can subdue an elephant, can subdue a lion, can subdue a fucking dog. Seeing the supremacy of the small. To not make light of the majesty in the mundane, man. Let me tell you what happened today. I'm giving y'all a preface for a reason, bitch. Because I'm at the airport in my motherfucking feelings today. I done dropped my babies off. I need a goddamn drink. I haven't had a cocktail in a week. Trying to be the good, the good grandma, the good yaya, you feel me? I ain't had a drink in a motherfucking week. My grandbaby, who can do that shit? Just side note, who can do that shit? I don't know how I did it. I do not know how I raised a whole human being by my motherfucking self. I don't know how I did it. That's why so much of my young life is a blur, because you have to be on autopilot to do that shit. I had my daughter's 2 kids this past week, and all I kept thinking was, God bless my daughter's heart. God bless my baby. How the fuck is she maintaining any semblance of sanity in this shit? My babies and my grandbabies are good babies compared to the norm. Good. Sweet peas. Smart. Love nuggets. They love to love. They love nuggets. But between the two of them, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, and all things sacred, 24 from the time their eyes is open, they can create, materialize some shit to argue about. Yaya Zane hit me. Yaya Lonnie looked at me. Yaya, oh my God, in all things sacred, child, I thought I was gonna lose my motherfucking grip this week. I am giving y'all a word, because y'all know me. Okay, I'll let y'all see me butt naked and full of fig. I'll let y'all see me. And I am stoic, and I do actively do work to undo little old school shit, triggers, past flaws and shit. I'm constantly facing my shit. Baby, this week did me. This week did me. I did not persevere. This week did me. This week did me. I was like, bitch, you all stoic and shit. Oh, you all like the teacher. You done conquered your motherfucking demons and shit, bitch. No, you ain't. Let's give you these grandkids this week. But now let's give you the grandkids. Let's fucking kick the wheels out your motherfucking car. Let's kick your tires in. You feel me? I don't know I still don't know what's wrong with my car. You feel me? I was like, I can't even worry about the shit until they leave. You feel me? Let's kick the goddamn, because it sounds like something dying under my car. I don't even know what the hell wrong with my car. Let's do that. And on the same day that you pick up your grandkids, let's go ahead and bitch, kick you in the uterus too. Let's just throw that in. Let's just add insult to injury. Let's go ahead, kick the tires off your motherfucking car and kick you in your motherfucking uterus a week and a half early, and see how you fare. See how stoic your ass can be when your grandbabies come this motherfucking week. Child, this week I did. Plus these two on top of them two. Oh my God. I was in here on the brink of tears every day. I was like, how do human beings do this shit? How do human beings do this shit? Listen, when we take this shit, women, uterus holding human beings, when we take this shit, we're going to have to reevaluate the whole baby making process. You feel me? Like, bitch, For every child born, they gonna have 4 motherfucking parents. For every child born, they gonna have 4 motherfucking parents. God damn it. For every one baby, they gonna have 4 parents. Whether they blood relatives or not. You feel me? They gonna have 4 motherfucking people that is responsible for their becoming until they are 21. You know what? Until they 24 years old. Till they 24 years old and they mind motherfucking right. They're gonna be 4 people who say, I vouch for the destiny of this human being. Shouldn't know one being, should know 2 things responsible for raising. Okay, now, ma'am, you gonna have to get down. You're doing the most. Sorry about that, y'all. She be doing the most. They want to tap dance on the motherfucking keyboard every time I get up here. I know it's a diatribe, but child, for every, what we call them, you know what I'm saying? We be all cute and romantic and shit when the baby born. Oh, we need to welcome the ancestor returned. If you mean that shit, we gonna need 4 motherfucking volunteers. We gonna need 4 minimally who are gonna take on the responsibility of grafting and shaping and molding and nurturing and feeding this human being till they 20 till they mind right, till they 24 years old, and that little bullshit in they frontal lobe then finally developed. That shit, listen, that shit did me. That shit did me. Oh my God. Oh my God. When I tell you, it's been a long time since I had a test of my stilo. This week tested my goddamn stilo, baby. This week tested my stilo. I ain't lying. This shit did me. Between the cats and the babies, I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. We was in here struggling this week. Okay, I'm done with the diatribe. My point was, when we take the shit, sisters, goddesses, sister friends, and allies, when we take this shit, that's top of the list. Should know what, there should be no such thing as a God. There should be no such fucking there should be nothing in the history of humans called a goddamn single parent, a goddamn single mother, a crime, a travesty of grand proportion, madness personified. Madness personified. God damn it. Madness personified. Ugh. I could not listen. Not to mention the arguing. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, and I thought they bigger now. You feel me? When they was littler, they take a lot more time. They was easier when they was little. They 4 and 6 child. They argue more now than they did when they was little. That shit. Then, so on top of that, the yeah. I forgot how if they hear, that's why motherfuckers be dumping their babies off in goddamn summer camps and shit. Cause can't nobody do that shit. Child, washing dishes 3 times a day, prepping lunch. By the time breakfast over, bitch, they hungry again. Oh Jesus, goddamn, Lord have mercy. That shit was a lot. That shit was a lot. Ooh, it was so much. It was so much. I told Morgan, I said, baby, listen, I love you. I wish I could be to you the mama that my mama was to me by taking you. I can't do it. My mama had help. My mama had her husband, you feel me? Not me up in here, but they just got back from their other grandma house, their white grandma. You feel me? She got a whole crew. She got a husband, you feel me? She got their dad. You feel me? He got 3 sisters, but they own kids, so they got a slew of motherfucking cousins and shit. They can just run around and everybody can like pass them off. You feel me? Just pass them off. So they was with their other grandma for they was with their other grandma for 3 weeks before they came out for here. And I was feeling some kind of way, like she get them for 3 weeks and I only get them for a week. Child, shit. I'm out here by my motherfucking self, bitch. That shit was off the chain. Goddamn. That shit was off the chain. Oh my God. And all I kept thinking was my poor baby. How the fuck is she maintaining? And I'm going to tell you, this shit is a set the fuck up. This shit is a setup to get you so won to the idea that the only value that you have as a woman is the creation of other human beings with no help, no support, no community. Your genius is squandered. Your genius is suffocated. And the reason why is because you have no time. You have no. I was in here for a week. Y'all, when I tell you I could not think, I could not think. I could not think. As long as they eyes was open, they was all the way the fuck in. They was all the way the fuck in. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, anyway. Let's see. Grandmas want the baby until they get the baby. And then they want to listen 24 hours after my daughter left. I was like, am I going to be an asshole for calling her and telling her to come get her babies? This was cute. All the love and the snuggles and the hugs. And I'm going to be posting a gang of pictures because they're my boos. But baby, 24 hours later, I was ready for them to be at home. I said, this can't happen like this no more. I'm out here by my motherfucking self. I ain't got a squad. You know what I'm saying? Back in Alabama, where our people them from, her baby daddy there, all his people them there, my mom, my dad, they still out there. They're 8 grown-ass motherfuckers that can share the load of having them babies out there for 3 weeks. I ain't that. I'm out here by my motherfucking self, baby. And that shit was something else. And so I was like, that can't happen no more. When you come out here, you and the baby stay for 3-4 days. Y'all stay for a 3-4 day weekend. You feel me? Let's go do some organized something awesome with the babies. And then when you leave, your babies go with you. Child, oh my God. I am going to have to take a minute. I'm going to have to be the fuck offline for about a good week to recover from this shit. Anyway. There's a reason I digressed. My bad. But child, I just had to get that off my shoulders. Because this shit was a lot. And then this goddamn 24-hour trip to take them home and come back. I'm delirious. Now let me tell you about this motherfucker running for office. Let me tell y'all about y'all boy. Well, let me tell y'all why y'all here. First of all, I have got a homework assignment for you all. I've been up on this bitch since 2016. In a real way, kicking y'all ass since 2018. You feel me? Even more so, 2020, when I started doing the videos and the workshops on America's first Pluto return and what was inevitably coming down the pipe. Y'all homework is to go back. Because that shit was, okay, you're doing the most. Stay off my shit. Trifling. Don't come over here looking crazy. You know what you did. Anyway, 2020, I started going hard on video production because of this coming event. What I want you to do, this is your homework, is to go back and look for the video series that I did as a private workshop that people paid for. You have it for free. So you're welcome to donate. You're welcome to do that. You're welcome to support the work that I have been doing for the last 6 years. You're welcome to support the information that I am giving to you that other people have to go to school and pay for. I'm giving. Y'all are welcome to donate to what I'm building here. Y'all are welcome to donate to what I am building here. It is of an urgent necessity. I'm telling you. I'm not gonna beg. I'm not gonna plead. I'm not gonna do these. I'm not gonna do these dances that I see other people do. You understand? I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. We all spend more than $10 a day just on eating out to get lunch on the run or whatever. We do that. See the importance and the value of what is coming down the goddamn pike and what I've been trying to tell y'all for now 6 years. Go back and watch all 6 of the videos on America's First Pluto Returns. Those videos I did 3 years ago. America's First Pluto Returns on my YouTube channel. Go back and watch them. Go back and comb through them with a fine-tooth comb, because I am telling you what we are witnessing in real time. I have been telling you, and I'm telling you, I don't have to have a crystal ball. I don't have to be up in here. Yes, I do have a Zelle, J. Swan Johnson. If you're looking across the bottom of the screen and the rolling screen, it'll say Temple of Evolutionary Emergence, donate, like, share, subscribe, right? All that little jazz. And then it'll tell you Zelle. To Zelle me, you can, my Zelle is not linked to my phone number. It's linked to my email address. So you'll see Zelle, releaseheartcenter@gmail.com. That's how you can Zelle me. Cashapp is $DaughterOfTheFates, capital letters for every word. Venmo is Cassandra-Floyd. PayPal is $Iapo and Gina. So those of you who are watching from YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, or Facebook, you can see the rolling screen across the bottom, and it'll tell you the different ways that you can make a contribution. If you're logging in from YouTube, if you're watching from YouTube, they also have like the little, what do you call, like super chats. Like you can make a, like in real time, like live, you can make $1.99 or a $2.99 or $5.99. Like there are different amounts for the super chats. But yes, I love getting Zelles. I love getting Venmos, PayPals, and Cash Apps. I'm telling y'all this for a reason, because I experience and have been experiencing the urgency of the day, of the age, for a while. It's what sent me across this country twice, 3 times. Since I've been in California, 3 times I've driven across this country. Slept on the fucking dirt, slept on Native American reservations, done fucking Anipi and Sweat Lodge and Temescal and goddamn, what you call that shit? Ayahuasca, seeking the face of what has been harassing me since I was a child. Make clear what it is you want from me. Make clear and easy, child. I don't need no complicated shit. Make clear and easy the what do you call it? The most direct route to the fulfillment of what it is you calling on me to do. And I've been doing that. And here we are, sitting squarely in this situation where they don't even have to pretend with us anymore. We so foolish. We so gullible. We're so exhausted emotionally. Hope is exhausted. Faith is exhausted. Belief is exhausted. You understand? And so they can pull some not even well scripted, flimsy ass bullshit like what unfolded on Saturday, and people are having debates about it. What is there to debate? What is there to debate about what the fuck happened on Saturday? Just a day before the Republican National Congress. Just a day before they were to select who is going to be the Republican nominee for president of the United States. Just a day before. Oh, this guy got a sniper rifle and you just get a little snip on the ear, just enough to bleed you out to make you look like something. This shit, like flimsy scripted. If this was a movie, we'd be like, this was a trash ass movie. They couldn't have made this shit look more realistic. If this was a script, we'd have been like, this some bullshit. This shit flimsy. This some sorry ass writing. This some lazy ass writing. But because what it is, we having debates about it. We up in here in our fields, but I could have told you. Before this, they didn't even need this shit. They didn't need this event on Saturday. Trump was going to take this election. You understand? But now because y'all with that bullshit, add the insult to injury. All of these, Democrats, we're all in this together. At the end of the day, this is America, and there's no place in a democracy. Girl, stop doing that. Ugh, can't let you up there without you gone. Get your little butt down. Violence has no place in the democratic process. We're sending our hopes and prayers to Trump. Obama sending cards to Trump's family. Biden making fucking international declarations of support in the recovery of Trump while he's standing on the cover of every magazine like, bitch, I'm in here. You understand? Reminded me of something immediately when all of these voices unified in opposition to the United States' the United States' intention of bombing Afghanistan in 2001. All millions of human beings around the planet staging opposition to the United States' bombing of Afghanistan. I will never forget that fucking day. I will never in my life forget the day that the United States launched that aggression against the people of Afghanistan. I was in Southside St. Petersburg and I went out for a drink. I went to a local bar on, I think it was a Friday or a Saturday night, and it was apocalyptic. This was in 2001. And I remember this feeling. It was so eerie. It was dead silent in the streets of St. Pete. You could drop a pin and hear it outside. It was so ominous. It was so creepy. It was so apocalyptic to go and sit in a sports bar, and all the fucking videos, all the giant screens weren't showing anything sports related. They were all showing live footage at night of the fucking assault, the aerial assault on the people of Afghanistan. I was 28, I think. I was about 20. No, I wasn't even 28. Fuck. 26? I think I was 26 years old. That shit is seared in my goddamn memory, to see what looked like neon green fireworks going in the opposite direction instead of going up into the sky, raining from the sky, massacring human beings, destroying goddamn economies and cultures. You understand? I remember that shit. Some of y'all don't remember that shit. Y'all was babies. Y'all was in the first grade. Y'all was in kindergarten and shit. This bullshit that just happened on Saturday, this false, not even a well-organized, not even a convincing false flag operation that just unfolded in real time on Saturday to guarantee our entry into a, quote, Christo-fascist state. But child, this shit been in the works for a couple of decades. This shit didn't start with Trump. This shit has been in the works for a few decades, bitch. But because we stay right in this place, triggered constantly by the shit that's fed to us, force fed to us, spoon fed to us, that we don't even do an analysis of our own recent history. There are some of you that are going to be old enough to vote this year. You're going to be 18 years old. But you haven't taken enough time to even research history as it's unfolded since your birth, to understand when this fucking filthy ass government invaded Afghanistan, and few days later, on the cover of every newspaper and every news broadcast on the whole planet, was a previously the most unpopular. Bush was about to go down as the most unpopular president in the history of the country. Aggression against Afghanistan, all of a sudden he's standing on a naval ship in a fucking naval uniform, in a Navy uniform, with his fist up. We did it. Y'all don't have no memory of that. So y'all can see Trump emerge from a fucking nick, like an ear piercing on his motherfucking ear, bitch, with a little blood splatter on his face, with his fist up. Like, Y'all don't have no fucking memory of recent history. Now go back and Google the image of George W. Bush on his goddamn aircraft carrier in the fucking middle of the goddamn ocean, talking about, we did it. We did it. Now let me tell you, when I started out, I was talking to you guys about this period that we're in, and having the foresight and the discipline to see the deep significance in the mundane, in the seemingly small, the supremacy in the small, the magic in the mundane, right? Those things that are hidden in plain sight. The reason I did that is because when I heard about what happened on Saturday, my default is what it always is. Y'all go back to my videos. I do this shit all the time. These are what my wormholes consist of. My default was like, okay, today is July 13th, 2024. Let me see. Girl, get your ass off my laptop. God. My default is July 13th. What historically significant events have happened on July 13th? That is my starting point. Something happened, something jumped the fuck off. The first thing I'm doing is researching the day, because they make significant dates and days, numerology, astrology. I keep trying to pound this into you. These things are not accidental. There is no such thing as coincidence. Everything that we witness is a well orchestrated plot, plan, strategy. Everything. Okay? Everything. So I go today while I'm at the airport to do my little research on what significant events have happened on July 13th in history. And child. When I tell you these motherfuckers are still holding a grudge about Obama, even though Obama was their guy, they don't know because he was colored. They can't see past the fact that he was colored. You feel me? Obama was their guy. Obama was their boy. You feel me? There was more wealth transfer to the general white community under Obama than the last three presidents. Obama was their dude. Obama was their boy. You feel me? They can't understand that because they still on this waste nationalist politics. But when I tell you that what we're experiencing with this Trump is, it feels like payback shit. It feels like revenge shit. Like they still holding a grudge about all the shit that happened under two terms of Obama. Some of the shit seems related, some of the shit not so much. There were some things I had to stop at, but baby, let me tell you, this date is so significant. July 13th. I haven't even dug through all the shit. Rooted 2020. So let me tell you. Rooted 2020. Rooted 2020 says George W. Bush years, the show plot lines the government was mirroring was 24. The show plot line is now the boys, Trump, and is Homelander. Yeah, absolutely. It's funny that you say that because I just had this conversation with somebody yesterday about Homelander and the boys. But honey, Homelander and the boys could have been superimposed on any white boy ass president. You could have superimposed the boys on Nixon. You could have superimposed Homelander on goddamn Reagan. You could have imposed Homelander on motherfucking Bush Sr. You could have imposed Homelander on goddamn George GW. Who else? You feel me? This is you could have, truth be told, you could have superimposed Homelander on motherfucking Hitler. So this is a repetitious play that has won them a lot. And so they like, well, fuck it. Why rewrite the script if this shit has perpetually worked for us? If this script has perpetually worked for us, why reinvent the wheel? All we got to do is make a would-be martyr, a would-be hero, a would-be Christ-like figure out of our unlikely hero. Because Trump is a moron, is a buffoonish idiot, and even his party knows it. The problem is that he wins a certain a certain fervor, because of his audacity. What am I always saying about us? We ain't staged no goddamn contest, first of all. I'm included. We ain't staged no contest. I was thinking about this shit today on this motherfucking plane. I was like, every self-proclaimed guru, hero, preacher, prophet, cult leader, Christian, every self-proclaimed hell, Buddha, goddamn, you name them. Every self-proclaimed somebody was a fucking nobody. Was a bum. Was a fucking nobody. And all of a sudden, all they had to do was make an audacious claim. That's all they had to do, baby. Was make an audacious claim. That's all they had to do. They ain't have to have no receipts. They ain't have to have no background of work. Sure didn't. They ain't have to have no background. Trump, what's his receipts that got y'all all in y'all motherfucking feels about this bitch? Except money. Because he an idiot. Even where his family was concerned. Even where his father was concerned. He's like, this motherfucker is stupid. This dude is dumb as fuck. Didn't matter. He was white and wealthy. That was enough. But in this goddamn society, you don't even have to be wealthy. You can have a penis. That's all. Stake an audacious claim, and somebody is going to follow you. Somebody going to big you up. Somebody going to big you up. Somebody going to big you up. And so that in there, that is the challenge for we women. That is the challenge for we black women. Now I'm going to tell y'all got another assignment. So your first homework assignment was to go back and rewatch these videos on America's First Pluto Returns. There's prophecy in there. You feel me? Go back and watch them damn videos. I think it's 4 to 6 of them on America's First Pluto Return. There's prophecy in them. Secondly, what y'all need to do is, what was the other homework? Damn, I lost it just that quick. Let me get on the shit. Okay, let me tell you. So y'all boy, who has emerged the victorious hero, you feel me, on the cover of all the pages, you feel me, as some champion to be heralded, weirdo that he is. Y'all have forgot all his crimes. Even these freaking so-called hardcore Christians hailing this dude at saying he was divinely protected by God himself. Is that what happened? Is that really what it was? All these prophecies about Trump and attempted assassination on Trump that would win him the presidency and all of this shit. I told y'all, in a patriarchal society, prophecy does not exist. These motherfuckers are not prophets. Sorry. Nostradamus was not a prophet. Ooh, y'all gonna be mad. Edgar Cayce was not a prophet. Ooh, y'all gonna be upset. Who else? Y'all be heralding up. Paul was not a prophet. These were not sightseers. These were not soothsayers. These were not diviners. You understand me? In a world run and dominated on patriarchy in general and Abrahamic religions, Islam, Judaism, and Christianity, prophecy is planned. Prophecy is plots. Prophecy is well-organized strategy to ensure that your objectives meet and fulfill your goal. That's all. Here you got a book that all three of them use. The Torah, the Torah. What's the other one? The Quran, the Bible, and what's the other one? The Talmud. These aren't books of prophecy, you freaking weirdos. These are not books of prophecy. You have some motherfuckers script some books. You feel me? Say it's divinely penned from the mind of God himself through these divine prophets and shit. And now you have a working manual. You have a working blueprint that will remain unchallenged. That's what I've been telling y'all. What did I say? The Bible is not a book of prophecy. The Bible is a blueprint. What did I say? The Bible is a blueprint for the establishment and maintenance of empire. That's all it is. So you can write all this bullshit, say that in the end, this is going to be this, and that's going to be that, and this is what it's going to look like. And then there's going to be a beast in the sea, and 7 mountains, and the 7 kings, and all of this bullshit. And You have a working manual that nobody challenges. So you who are in positions of power can strategically organize in a way to ensure that at certain periods in human history, these things that are, quote, signs and predictions unfold. You are being played like an instrument, bitch. That's what you're doing. You're being played like an instrument. There are no prophecies. There are no prophecies. Not in this bitch. Not unless they come from somebody with a goddamn uterus. There are no prophecies. Everything that you see in the end, in the last days, they said that the book, like what's this dude? Pastor Hagee wrote this book called The Four Blood Moons. Bitch, motherfuckers knew about the four blood moons before Christianity ever existed. Why? Because astronomy is a mathematically scientific, a mathematically specific and precise science. You can predict the mappings and the occurrences of the heavens to within to within 0.1% of a degree or some shit. This is mathematical observation over 25,000 years of how the heavens move, how they align, and what is happening on the earth at these particular times in history. So this dude who convinces you that, because Christians, that's what they do, is tell you astrology is devil worship and soothsaying and demonology and all of that bullshit. But how he know anything about the motherfucking four blood moons if his ass is a Christian and Christianity is opposed to astrology? So is he studying the shit or is he ain't? Is he is or is he ain't? He done wrote a book that made him millions off the fucking prophecies of the four blood moons. But he a Christian telling you don't get your horoscope read, don't get your birth chart done, so that they can hold a hegemony over the information that they have prevented you from having access to. They can see the future even though your ass can't. And that future of probabilities and possibilities is because of the mathematically precise science of astronomy, partnered with the sister science of astrology. You understand what I'm saying? So here. Yes, bitch. Is he is or is he ain't? You understand? Yes. Okay. Don't be offended when I say bitch, because y'all know I'm all about reclaiming all the goddess words that have been condemned. Bitch. When I say bitch, it's because I love you. When I say cunt, it's because I love you. You feel me? It's because you a goddess. So don't be upset or offended. Okay. Anyway. So let me tell you. Yeah, come on in the room, Rooted 2020. Come on in the room. Go ahead and tell the truth to the peoples. And at the same time, Christians use the stars to find their baby Jesus. The hypocrisy of it all. Yes. Yeah. You understand? Oh, the other homework that I had for y'all. I started to take it down just because I don't fuck with the police. But on one of my videos, what was the video? Let me look at it real quick. So she say she abroad, but I told y'all, everybody the police. Everybody is the fucking police. What did Morpheus say? That while these motherfuckers is locked in the matrix, they all potential agents until they free. Until they motherfucking unplugged, until they free, they agents. Bitch, you work for the police. Even if you ain't a conscious agent of the state, your ass work for the police. And so I got this damn whole paragraph of a comment on one of my videos today. And I started because my default is if your ass even seem like the police, I don't even engage, bitch. I block, delete, keep it pushing. But this particular message today, I was like, am I going to respond to this? Or am I going to call on my people now to respond to this? So the video is the rise of the divine feminine until you do right. This was the interview that Sister Lotus Flower did with me, right? So this weirdo with no videos, with no fingerprint, called Anna-0101, who commented on the Rise of the Divine Feminine video, right? Started sending a barrage of bullshit about the Great Mother. She says, the Great Mother speaks directly to me. While Black women are the keepers of the greatest genetic diversity, each woman is a universe in herself. So obviously this woman is a white woman in her feelings about my position about how Black women, it's our time to lead. You feel me? So she go in, y'all go and jump on this motherfucker. Y'all go comment on her bullshit ass comments, because I'm not going to take them down. I was initially going to take them down, but I was like, if this by some stroke of a chance, this ain't police, which for me, I feel like it's police shit, I'm not responding at all. I want y'all to respond. Okay? Now, that's your other homework. Now, let me just say, get back to the message at hand, because I don't want to be up on here all night. I'm about to go to sleep as soon as I get up off here. Let me tell you. Ooh, sorry, boo. Let me tell you. So the first thing I did, this is my process of paying attention to the seemingly mundane, right? Of my process of understanding the supremacy of the small, right? This is what I'm trying to teach you. I'm not trying. I will continue and forever to say, I'm not trying to be your guru. I'm not trying to be some like self-appointed divine leader of you all. That's not what the fuck I'm on. I'm just not. Now, I am in the position of leader. I have placed myself that with the founding of the Temple of Evolutionary Emergence. But it's a circular, cyclical leadership that I am attempting to provide. I want you to be able to see what I see. I want you to be able to hear what I hear. I want you to be able to see and hear and feel how I feel. I want you to be so in tune with your body that the mother can do her will with you. But that is a process that requires learning. If anything, I am functioning as your mentor. That's all. I'm not asking any of you to bow to me. I am asking that you support me. I am asking you to support the motherfucking hours of work and labor I put into this shit. But I am not trying to be your guru. That's the furthest thing from what I'm trying to do. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in being your guru. When I say 0% interested in being your guru, I really am not. I'm trying to teach you. I'm trying to teach you to tap. I'm trying to teach you to tap. Ooh, it's goddamn bullshit. I'm trying to teach you to tap the fuck in. I'm trying to help you to understand those tiny, small, simple things that win you so much more than the methodical, than the deliberate, than the ritualistic shit. I'm trying to teach you to tap the fuck in. I've been researching astrology. Haven't they been effing with for thousands of years? I think our conception dates, so the birthday is our assignment. Interesting. Okay, now look, listen. You gonna chill or you gonna get down? You gonna chill or you gonna get down? Because you ain't gonna be squirming all over the place, dude. This is Storm. He cute. This is my little love nugget. He cute. Hey baby. Hey baby. Ooh, he's so cute. This the love nugget. Tempest is sitting right here. She's the one that keeps showing y'all her butt. She don't want me to hold her, but she want to be right up under me, so right here, so she can get some love, but she won't let me hold her. I know, you're so cute too, girl. Yeah, baby, you cute too. I love you, little baby. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to teach you. This is why it's not random when I tell you that as soon as something big happens, the first thing I'm doing is going back and just doing a simple Google search. Why is this date significant? What massive events have occurred on this particular date? Now I'm just going to try to bring this shit to, okay, so July 13th in history. Okay, I'm just going to read down some of the bullet points that I took, and then we're going to kind of like culminate at this kind of epoch. First of all, I'm obsessed with Frida Kahlo. I have a shrine to Frida Kahlo has her own shrine in my house. It's a long story, but she has intervened in my life several times. I knew it was her, and I was like, okay. She get her own little space in the corner. So I have a Frida Kahlo shrine. On July 13th in 1954, Frida Kahlo passed away. Frida Kahlo transitioned. In the year, this is a big one. This is a big one. So it's going to end up being my own little personal wormhole. In 1985, so next year, July, 40 years ago, Storm is the cutest. He is a squishy love nugget. I know. He is a mess, but he is a squishy love nugget. Tempest is a sweet pea too, but she just don't want nobody to hold her. She'll let you love on her all day. She just won't let you hold her. She like, bitch, I got shit to do. I just want some snuggles. I just want some snuggles. And then I'll go on about my business. Okay, 1985. So as of 2025, it'll be 40 years ago. This is big. 1985 was the Live AIDS benefit concert for the famine in Ethiopia. That was big. I don't know. I'm thinking we should probably try to figure out how to do like an anniversary, a 40-year anniversary of Live Aid or some shit like that. People don't do shit like that. It's interesting. Everybody is all up in arms. I was just reading about this big ass demonstration of non-Zionist Jews, this big convention or some shit, this big event that happened in Philadelphia a couple of days ago. Thousands and thousands of, quote, non-Zionist Jews in support of Palestine in Philadelphia. But nobody does that kind of shit. Like in the 80s, every time you turn around, it was artists, it was musicians, it was cultural workers who were saying, like, the government can't seem to fix this shit. Fuck it, we'll do it. What was it? Farm Aid was huge. With Willie Nelson kicked off Farm Aid, and they raised all these millions and millions of dollars for these disenfranchised goddamn farmers and shit. Live Aid raised its first year. As a matter of fact, was the last live performance of Freddie Mercury in Queen before he transitioned. Raised $150 million to end the famine in Ethiopia. Like, artists and musicians were like, fuck it. If the governments of the world can't solve this shit, we'll raise the money, we'll do the shit. And all these people mad about what's happening in Sudan and what's happening in Congo and what's happening in Palestine. But don't nobody do no Live Aids no more. Don't nobody do no Farm Aids. Don't nobody do no big, giant, like, everybody from every culture come together and, like, let's use our art. Let's use our voice. Let's use our fame to win recognition and money for these events, or these things that are happening in the world that are important to us. I'm like, I was reading this shit today. I was like, damn, we might need to do a motherfucking Live Aid to end globalization. Can we do a Live Aid to end globalization? Can we do a Live Aid to, like, because if we just do it for like a Live Aid for Palestine, we don't strike to the heart of the problem. If we just do a Live Aid for, what's happening in Sudan or what's happening in Congo, we do not strike at the heart of the issue. Can we do a Live Aid to end genocide? Can we do a Live Aid to end the global corporatocracy that is imprisoning the whole goddamn planet? Like, can we do some revolutionary gangster shit like that? And it'd be perfect timing. The 40-year anniversary of one of the most impactful events in cultural history. You feel me? I don't know. It's just a thought. In 1977, this same day. So in 1985, Live Aid concert, right? In 1977, same day, July 13th, the Ethiopian-Somali War begins. So 8 years before the Live Aid concert. 1977, that same year, the city of Kenny, Minnesota secedes from the Union. This is in 1977. Secedes from the United States Union over the United States allowing of the pollution of the water. They were like, you can't. Oh no, we gonna secede from the Union. We can't have clean drinking water. We seceding from the Union. Y'all gonna create the conditions that pollute our water. Cool, we gonna secede from the Union. That happened in 1977. Also, I just saw there were 3 things on this list. I literally within the last month saw documentaries on. I was like, what the fuck? But I'm telling y'all, that's how she speaks. I'm watching, because y'all know I just watch random shit all the time, right? So I have 3 of these things on here I just watched documentaries about. This is one of them. 1977, there's a whole documentary on this one event. In 1977, in New York City, there was a 24-hour blackout of the entire electrical grid in New York City. There's a whole documentary about that night, about that 124-hour period that the entire that the whole of New York City was in complete dark. That happened on July 13th of 1977. 1960, John F. Kennedy won the Democratic nomination. The first Catholic to ever be inaugurated as a United States president, JFK won the girl. Ooh, you doing the most. Gone about your life. JFK in Los Angeles won the Democratic nomination in 1960. In 1863, this is another good one. The deadly riots broke out in New York City against the Civil War draft. So everybody is like, oh, the Civil War was about, the good guys from the North and the bad guys from the South, which is one of the greatest mythological stories told about the history of this country. The people in the North was like, look, that ain't got shit to do with us. When they were being drafted to fight in the Civil War, their rage was fueled towards primarily Black folks. There were more than on this night, there were more than 2,000 people injured, 100 people dead, the majority of them being Black people hung in New York City over white people being angry about being drafted into the Civil War. That happened July 13th, 1863. Another interesting fact is the Hollywood sign. The Hollywood sign was erected in 1923 on July 13th. I thought that was fascinating. It was called Hollywood Land at the time. It would be another 20 years before land was taken off and it was just Hollywood. But the Hollywood sign was erected on July 13th, 1923. Fascinating. Also fascinating, not really important, but fascinating. 1930 was the first FIFA World Cup. It began in the country of Uruguay. So everybody who's into soccer / football, the first FIFA World Cup began in Uruguay in 1930 on July 13th. It's getting good. Just walk with me. 1973. I thought this was interesting. This is going to be another wormhole about the seemingly small. Former presidential aide Alexander P. Butterfield revealed to the Senate Watergate committee staff members the existence of President Richard Nixon's secret White House taping system. I was like, oh, this might be something. So that's a wormhole I'm going to go on. I'll let y'all know by Saturday if it was significant or not. 1999, I just saw a all random like. I was just sitting here watching back-to-back documentaries on serial killers in the United States, and I didn't know about this Mexican serial killer named Angel Maturino Resendez, who was dubbed the Railroad Killer on July 13th of 1999 after killing, I think it was like 30 people. He surrendered to the authorities in El Paso, Texas. I just watched a random ass documentary about this guy, right? This is where it gets good, y'all. Y'all taking notes? This is where I was getting to about revenge shit for 2 terms of Obama and how white people are looking to take revenge. So much of what's driving this fervor behind Trump isn't even about his politics or his charisma or his audacity or none of that shit. they see him as an opportunity to take revenge for, quote, suffering through 2 terms of Obama. I'm telling you, because these next few things that I am about to read for you, 2013, Obama's administration. A jury in Florida, July 13th of 2013, y'all, is the day that a jury in Florida cleared George Zimmerman of all charges in the shooting of Trayvon Martin. That happened on Saturday. Y'all ain't hearing? Y'all are not hearing. It's getting deeper. Just walk with me. 2013, July 13th, a jury in Florida clears George Zimmerman of all charges in the shooting of Trayvon Martin. That happened on Saturday. Okay? 9 years ago on Saturday. 2020, also significant in a different way, but also significant. July 13th of 2020, the Redskins name and logo was finally dropped under pressure from the Washington NFL franchise. Seeing the majesty in the mundane, seeing the supremacy of the small. Native people have been griping for many years about not only the Washington Redskins, but numerous high school sports teams using Redskins and shit like that. Just really racist ass shit as their school logos and team logos. The supremacy in the small. They was like, fuck it, we ain't letting this shit go. We gonna keep giving y'all hell. We gonna stay the flea in your coat that is bleeding you slowly. Baby, we might be small, but we up in here bleeding you slowly, bitch. And we gonna keep doing that. We gonna keep annoying you. We gonna keep riding you. We gonna keep bleeding you until you are subdued. And baby, that happened. I said, okay then. July 13th was the formal day that the Redskins was finally removed in name and in logo from all Washington NFL franchise shit. That happened. This is an important note for us to be taking. 2013 again. Black Lives Matter first appears to spark the movement. The first time people use the term Black Lives Matter was July 13th of 2013, the same day Zimmerman was let loose from killing Trayvon Martin. Black Lives Matter is made a movement. Is this not significant? This happened under this didn't happen under Trump. This happened under the Negro. This happened under Obama's administration. I need to go back through his whole administration, as a matter of fact. Keep going. This was interesting. It's going to send me on a wormhole because I keep talking about the Roman Catholic Church. 1949. I understand elemental witching, that Black Lives Matter was an agenda. It was never a real movement. Its co-optation was an agenda. But on the ground, Black Lives Matter was something that was created by on the ground, regular grassroots workers. And just like with the Me Too movement, it was some opportunists up in the shit who took and ran with the shit and made it something other than what it set out to be. It's always black, brown, poor, working class, female people on the ground creating the conditions. I talked to y'all about that a few weeks ago, creating the wave and then somebody else jumping on and surfing the wave and calling it their own shit. So Black Lives Matter in and of itself began as a grassroots organized movement that was co-opted and taken to some way else. We have to make that distinction. You feel me? It is important to acknowledge what this research sent me on today, that like, because I ain't even done. Let me finish. This is my little digression, but let me finish. I ain't missing you. Elemental witching and the other people who have been talking about that. Pope Pius XII excommunicates all communist Catholics on July 13th of 1949. Now, what else is significant about the year 1949? Anybody? What is significant about the year 1949? This year where Pope Pius XII excommunicates all communist Catholics from the Roman Catholic Church during the Cold War. And this is the same year, what is it, 1949 or 1947? 2 years after Israel is finally legitimized as a state, right? And that's coming off the heel ends of the expose or the exposure of the Roman Catholic Church participation in the Holocaust. Yes, the Roman Catholic Church's support of, funding of, and participation in the goddamn Holocaust. It's a story for another day. But let me tell you the coup d'etat, y'all, because this wasn't all. This was, oh, nope, there's still some more. Let me tell you what else happened on July 13th. 2015, July 13th. And if this shit had not happened with Trump, we would have been talking about this, but we didn't. Distraction. July 13th of 2015, Sandra Bland was murdered in a fucking local jail after an altercation with a cop during a traffic stop. That was the whole, she was really the kickoff for the whole Say Her Name campaign. All these campaigns that came out during Obama's administration, right? She's killed, but people are like, oh, it's just some random black bitch being confrontational with the cops. But she was a longtime political activist in the city, and they had set their sights on her. Thank you, Elemental Witch, and I appreciate the contribution, sis. I appreciate the donation. Yes, Sandra Bland was murdered on July 13th of 2015. And had this shit not happened with Trump, we would have been talking about it. And I didn't see a single post about Sandra Bland on that day. If that shit had not happened on Saturday with Donald Trump, we would have been talking about Trayvon Martin and the injustice done against him and his family with the letting loose of George Zimmerman. But because this shit happened on Saturday, we weren't talking about it. And we had been talking about it every year. Remember Trayvon Martin. Remember this injustice, quote, this miscarriage of justice in letting loose George Zimmerman for the murder of a baby. We would have been talking about it. We would have been talking about the anniversary of the founding, the movement, the people's movement, the grassroots movement known as Black Lives Matter that jumped off on the same day. We would have been talking about that. There's so much on here we would have been talking about had it not been for this grand fucking piss poor scripted distraction that unfolded on Saturday, attempting to prop this fucking weirdo up as some kind of, who the fuck wants to assassinate Trump? For real though. It's a legit question. The dude is a buffoon. Like, we can all see that this is buffoonery. What am I always saying? That both Trump and Biden are the poster children for weaponized and strategic incompetence. Both Trump and Biden are the quintessential textbook personification fucking billboard poster children for strategic and weaponized incompetence. Feigning ignorance to betray you, to subdue you. I'm just saying. Anyway, Sandra Bland. White people seem like they were doing just fine under Obama's administration. To me, it seemed like they were getting away with whatever they wanted. Exactly. That's what I was saying in the beginning. Obama was their guy, even though they hated him because he was colored. The whole time he was like, white people, I'm rooting for y'all. Like, I'm pulling out the sides for y'all. Like, why y'all giving me shit? Like, I'm like on y'all. I'm on y'all side. You feel me? Yes. You feel me? Okay, let's keep going. So that happened with Sandra Bland. 1990. Let me tell y'all about the mother in your motherfucking life and in your head. Just yesterday. Seemingly random. I don't even know why it came up in my mind because it was so random, but I was annoyed something that I saw, and it was like this, the trope about like Black women not playing roles or characters that are desirable, right? And how one of the offenses that's always raised in this query is about Black women, like actual Black women, not like mixed race women, not like light skinned women, like actual brown skinned, dark ass Black women being placed in romantic roles, especially with white counterparts. How this is a huge issue, even now, right? I don't even know how I saw it, how the shit came up in my mind, y'all. It was so seemingly random. And I thought about the movie Ghost and how this trope of Black women, it being impossible for black skin, nappy headed, stereotypical Black women to be in romantic roles with anyone, but in particular to be the objects of desire of white men. I instantly thought of the movie Ghost and how that shit was so deep that even, I remember what made me think about it, but that I remember the shit being so deep that even the scene, because the whole time Whoopi Goldberg is playing a medium for this dead man to communicate with his boo, right? And that scene where they're doing the infamous scene where they're doing the Play-Doh and she says, I'm gonna give y'all some time. So Whoopi Goldberg is the medium. That the only way these two motherfuckers is even able to communicate with each other is through this Black woman. I remember exactly what made me think about it is the whole Black, what is it? What do they call it? The magical Negro trope, magical Negro trope. I remember exactly what got me on it because me and the kids watched 2 movies over the weekend that pissed me off. One of them I had not seen. It's called, I forget, something with an E. It's some Disney movie. Beyonce plays like one of the characters. Her voice is one of the characters. I forget what it's called, but I had never seen it, never even heard of it. Movie, and also the movie The Princess Frog. The Princess Frog. And in The Princess Frog, I was like, damn. There is no other Disney movie ever been made where the Disney princess lead is subhuman. The one time they get a dark-skinned Black, Disney character, 95% of the movie, she is, quote, subhuman. She's a frog. The whole movie, right? Then this other movie where Beyonce plays the queen of the fairies. She is responsible for the changing of the seasons, for the protection of the forest, for the life of the forest. And within the first 10 minutes of the movie, she is killed. I said, there has never been a single Disney movie ever where the queen or the princess dies. Not even the bad guy prince, not even the bad guy queen. There's never been a Disney movie where the queen dies, the princess dies. And within the first 10 minutes of the movie, Beyonce's character, who is the queen of all life in the forest, is murdered. She ain't just killed, she's murdered. Child, we had a whole attitude when Bambi's mom got killed. That's the only Disney character in the whole history of Disney where a character dies, like full on dies, is murdered. Is Bambi's motherfucking mama, and we was in our feelings about that for decades. The queen of all life of the forest is murdered in the first 10 minutes of the movie. And so the default leader of the movie, right? The default savior of humanity, the default lead character is a basic ass white girl who don't believe in magic. I was in my feelings about it. I was like, what the fuck? Right? Like, so these 2 movies, and that's what got me on it. And so I thought about Ghost and how Black women being so undesirable, and Whoopi Goldberg was fine. Y'all, we don't even remember how beautiful she was, how flawless her skin was, how flawless she was. But they always placed her in these fucking magical Negro roles or these subdued, quote, stereotypical ugly negress roles that we could not see how fucking beautiful this beautiful woman was, right? So in the scene where she is offered the opportunity, the white girl, the protagonist, is offered the opportunity to have a romantic time with her recently deceased love, Patrick Swayze, who is inhabiting through mediumship the body of Whoopi Goldberg. She said, "Well, I'm gonna give y'all some time. I'm gonna let you two white people do with my body what you see fit." I said, "What the fuck?" So I'm thinking about this yesterday in my feels, just like in my attitude, right? Baby, how about today? I'm at the airport doing some research for this shit right here. You understand? And on July 13th of what year was it? 1990. Girl, can you stop? Go on about your life. 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 1990, Ghost. Listen, I was just thinking about this yesterday, seemingly randomly. And today, when I got on this internet trying to figure out what events happened on July 13th, 1990, the movie Ghost opened in theaters. That just happened yesterday, y'all. Seeing the supremacy of the small, seeing the magic in the seemingly mundane, right? Java Watson, girl, she be on my nerves. She be doing the most. Stop. She be doing the most. Stop scratching on my chair. This damn $170 chair and these little raggedy ass cats done destroyed my chair, y'all. There's claw marks everywhere. Trifling. You ain't cute. You ain't cute. Look at him being all cute. Because he know I'm mad. You ain't cute. Look at him being all cute. So ugly self. You ain't cute. What? What you want? Ow! What you want? Turkey? Anyway. So that happened yesterday. Then this is also interesting. In 1955, the last women that were ever hanged for murder in Great Britain. There's not been another woman hanged for murder in Great Britain since July 13th of 1955. I thought that was fascinating. 574 AD, John III, who is a pope, ends his reign as a Catholic pope. I'm going to research that. There's another thing. I didn't dig deep into it yet, but I put a mental note because it came up several times on several different websites. Something called the Northwest Ordinance that happened that was in the United States, was signed on July 13th of 1787. 1868, John J. Dunn was this is fascinating, who was a former slave, was installed as the first Black lieutenant governor of Louisiana. That was in 1868. 1917. Oh, this one was significant too, because I just saw a seemingly random documentary about this shit. 1917 was when them kids, it was one of the most infamous sightings or whatever, was the vision of the Virgin Mary appears to these children in Fatima, Portugal. I just saw a documentary about this and how it fucking changed the goddamn church. These three kids who supposedly saw this image or this vision of the Virgin Mary. There's a whole conspiracy theory about the sighting at Fatima, Portugal. I just saw this shit. Feel me? Let's see. Yup. And that was all I had. I had to stop so I could catch my flight. But there was so much more. The reason I'm telling you about the first thing that I did, the first step that I took, because I know how methodical these motherfuckers are about choosing. They're very romantic in how they choose dates to execute certain plans and shit. Oh, you know. And so I said, well, let me search the date. And that's what I wanted to give to y'all for right now. The reason I called it God is Not Making a Comeback, I'm going to tell you one event that happened this week while I had the grandkids. Then I'm going to reserve the rest of this live for Saturday when I do the temple service. And I will let you know I'm going to be doing the creating the link for it probably in the morning. I'm not going to lie, because as soon as I get up off here, I'm about to go to sleep. But I'll be creating the link, the book club. We are finally officially relaunching the book club study tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time will be the first reintroduction of the book club. We will still be going over the book Pure Lust. So if you don't have the book, that is okay. I read the entire book on my YouTube channel. So you can go to my YouTube channel. If you're interested in participating in the book club, email me at releaseheartcenter@gmail.com, releaseheartcenter@gmail.com, and I will send you information on how to lock yourself in for the book club. I am going to be doing the book club via Zoom, and because I'm doing it via Zoom, and the reason I'm doing it via Zoom is because a lot of people are not comfortable with their face being shown. Okay, I record these sessions. I eventually am going to edit them down so that I can do at least clips on YouTube. But a lot of people don't like to be seen, so I do them via Zoom. I ask people for permission if they want to be seen. If they don't want to be seen, I ask them to keep their screen dark. They can still participate. They can just keep their screen dark or whatever. That's going to happen tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So email me if you're not already on the email list so I can send you the details on how to register. Because I'm doing it on Zoom, I only have, through my account, room for 25 people to be on that call. So it will be the first 25 that, secure their spot. Anyway, I'm saying all that because Saturday I will be doing the temple service at 9:00 in the morning. I'm going to be talking to you in a much more organized fashion. Tonight was kind of a rant because I literally just walked in the house. The reason I call this God is Not Making a Comeback is because I've been watching for days all of these people talking about, the attack on Trump being prophetic and all of this bullshit. It is not prophetic. It is you are witnessing a mediocrely orchestrated plan to win your attention away from something else, from doing more, from being more, from seizing power, and having you under great duress and distress, convinced that the only way to prevent what you see as the inevitable is to go to them goddamn polls and vote for one of these two tyrants. And I'm telling you, there is another way. They are using preachers talking about prophecy. They're using scripture to try to flimsily tie events together. See, God was saying this 1,000 years ago. No, the fuck he was not. Yo, God was not saying this shit 1,000 years ago. Yo, emperor was saying this and saying, look, this is how we can run this shit. This is how we can construct the future. And all we have to do is teach our sons how to execute the plans accordingly so that the plan continues even long after our passing. So I'm telling you, do not fall for the okie doke. Do not get involved in no debates with no weirdos about any of this shit. Don't do it. 99.9% of the time, these motherfuckers is bots. They aren't even real humans. They're bots. Don't be arguing. Don't be expending your energy. I'm going to talk to you guys more in detail. Also, just so you know, Saturday is the full moon. So we need to be powering up. There's some things I'm going to be telling y'all about what powering up looks like in these coming months leading up to this election, and also the completed transition of Pluto, aka our Yeye or Ya in her transition into the sign of Aquarius, Baba Shango. So that's all I got to say about that. I'm tired. I've been traveling for 24 hours. I literally sprinted up here just to get up on this call. But just don't be distracted. Don't be heavy-hearted by this bullshit. God is not making a comeback. This Abrahamic Father God, Yahweh. Oh, I was going to tell you about this. I'll tell y'all on Saturday. Short version is this weirdo stopped me in the fucking park talking about how she wanted our kids to play together because they was having such a good time. Of course, it was a black woman from Nigeria trying to proselytize to me in the park. And typically, first of all, it's been a long time. I think Christians in general just know to stay the fuck away from me because it's been a long time since a Christian approached me trying to win my soul. I'm gonna tell y'all that story on Saturday, but put a bookmark in it. Don't let me forget. Put a bookmark in it because this shit that happened in the park. It was the first time in a long time I got upset with a proselytizer. Not that I didn't expect what happened. But still, when it happens in real time, you just like, no, there is no winning with these motherfuckers. And this shit is about to intensify and increase. This Jesus shit, this Arab shit, this Muslim shit, I'm not saying Arab, I'm saying Muslim. This Muslim shit, this goddamn Judaistic shit, this fucking 35,000 people in an anti-Zionist Jews. But you still worship the God of Abraham and the forefathers who got your women living like faceless goddamn servants in your house. We about to have to stage a contest. We got to do it quick. So I don't know what that means. In the meantime, I'm going to be plotting and scheming for y'all up on Saturday when we get ready to do this temple service on Saturday. I want to remind you to support my work. Whatever aspect of my work you support, you are supporting the Temple of Evolutionary Emergence. This is the first crystal I ever hand wrapped myself. You can get yourself a customized, wire wrapped, solar eclipse bathed crystal quartz from the mountains of Hot Springs, Arkansas. Right? You can get that. I also do beaded jewelry, themed beaded jewelry. This one is called Sisters in the Struggle. This is all black female liberators, right? So this is my personal piece, right? Several of you over the last spell have been interested in my wire wrapped amethyst pieces. This is the yoni. This is my personal piece. I love this one because it reminds me of the power of the uterus, the downward facing triangle with the 3 spirals. Representing the power of the Iyami for me, and then the amethyst, which is Oya stone, which rules the third eye, right? So this is my power piece right here. Also, I still have some animal products of animals that I have wild crafted and processed myself. So this is the foot of a red-tailed hawk that I processed in 2018. And then I had a friend of mine from from El Salvador wire wrap it for me, but actually I can do this kind of wire wrapping. So it's bound in leather and it has a turquoise casting and copper wiring to set it for me. So go to my website, which is www.DaughterOfTheFates.etsy.com, www.DaughterOfTheFates.etsy.com to support the jewelry making process, the weaving in real time, if you will. Also, you can email me at releaseheartcenter@gmail.com if you need a reading, if you need to get a whole wellness consultation, if you're in the greater Los Angeles area, you need a face-to-face consultation and treatment, you can email me at releaseheartcenter@gmail.com and I will give you all the details about how you can do that. Donate, like, subscribe, share. Thank you, Java Watson, for the donation, dear. Love you for it. And I love your presence here. Y'all always keep me jolly on the spot. I love it. Y'all keep me energized even when I'm wow. So that's what we got coming up. I'm going to put a lot more work and effort into the service on Saturday morning. So just be looking out for the notification for that. And with that being said, I'm going to bid you guys adieu. good night. Thank you so much for tuning in, being here to walk with me. I got a lot more to talk to y'all about with this bullshit that just happened on Saturday with Trump, and we'll talk about that more on Saturday. In the meantime, y'all have a wonderful night. Dream deeply. The dreams, man, have been so deep over the last week. Oh my gosh. Write your dreams, just be mindful, pay attention to the seemingly small, the seemingly mundane, see the supremacy in the small, right? And let's talk about it. All right. I'll see y'all guys on Saturday. Love you all. Now I'm about to sleep for 2 days. Talk to you later.